Hey guys, what is going on? This is Panzer Dragon, and today we'll be doing the top 5 best top laners for patch 6.14. And it's been a while since we've done a top lane tier list, as the last one was in patch 6.11, and you know, all those tanks have been nerfed, so there's a lot of changes, and you know, just a bunch of shit has been changed, so we should definitely update this tier list to the 6.14 one. Anyways, with all that being said, let's get started. Alright, so coming at number 5 is going to be Gnar. So Gnar just got recently buffed, and a bunch of other tanks have been nerfed, so you know, he's coming back just a little bit into the meta, and now he's being picked pretty often. Now, Gnar does have the ability to kite bruisers such as Jax and Aurelia, since he can buy the Frozen Mallet and just keep kiting them forever, so he's actually a pretty good counter to these, you know, bruiser split pusher picks. And also in team fights, he becomes a tank who can dish out a lot of CC. Anyways, yeah, since all the tanks have been nerfed, he's gonna be your, well, new tank for top lane, I guess. Anyways, here's the recommended build for him. Alright, so coming at number 4 is gonna be Shen. Just like Gnar, he is a champion who has not been nerfed. And he's also a decent champion, so he's gonna be coming back into the meta. Now, as you guys know, Shen provides a global ultimate and being a really good split pusher due to having the map pressure he provides. He also provides decent damage and a lot of shields due to his passive. And yeah, he wasn't good before because there's a lot more stronger champions, but now since they have been nerfed, he is a good champion now. Anyways, here's a recommended build for him. You can always switch it up if you're facing more magic damage. Now coming up at number 3 is going to be Rumble. So Rumble is a champion who got a buff to his Q and can now push minions really fast, and also Protobelt kind of helps him. You know, getting range of your Flame Spitter and do a little burst damage, it's really nice. Also, the cooldown on his ultimate is now a little bit lower as of patch 6.8, but that was a while ago, and now he's good because of every other champion getting nerfed. But yeah, just a champion who is kind of coming back into the meta. Anyways, here are the recommended runes and masteries for him. And now coming up next is going to be Kennen. Kennen, also a mid laner, but I think he's more of a top laner. I'm not 100% sure. He can be played in both roles, and I've seen him quite frequently in the mid lane and top lane. So it doesn't really matter where you play him as long as you're playing Kennen. And his ultimate just does a lot of damage. And that was also a little bit more consistent, of course. Anyways, here are the runes of masteries for him. Again, just like in my mid lane tier list, these are the runes I copied from Bob Jenkins. And now finally coming in at number 1 is going to be Aurelia. Although she may have gotten a nerf to her ultimate, she's still really good with the Trinity Force. You just have to be not so stupid with your ultimate and be a little more conservative. Cause every time she'd walk back to lane, she would just press R, wave clear if she wanted to, and then she recalls and like 30 seconds later, she'll have it back up again. But now you can't do that, and you gotta be a little more conservative. Either way, Triforce changes were good for her. She can even go Wit's End if she wants to do some magic damage plus build against magic damage. And yeah, still a good champion in my opinion. I'm not 100% sure if she should be number 1, but you know, looking at the other champs, it's very hard for me to say, but again, I have a hard on for Kennen to be honest, so maybe he might be number 1, who knows. Anyways, here's a recommended build for her. And now we're going to be doing some honorable mentions, and first up is going to be Trundle. So I'm not a big fan of Trundle anymore because they like nerfed him quite a bit. Well, not really too much, but just a little bit. And you know how I feel about any kind of nerfs. I don't like him anymore. But a lot of people do still like him, but I don't really, so he's not going to be in the top 5. Anyways, here's a recommended build for him. You can spice it up and get other items, but you know, this is just a sample one. You don't have to follow it all the way. Next up is going to be Jax. So Jax is very similar to Aurelia. It's just I think he has worse matchups than her, and also he skills with items, and Aurelia is kind of still useful without items, so you know, Jax is a little more snowball reliant. But if you're a risk taker, go play him and go split push and do stuff. Anyways, here's a recommended build for him. Alright, so we're going to be doing a segment where in my last top lane tier list video, you guys asked some questions, so I'm going to answer some of them. And first up, Kara Du Kanhayo asks, "Hey Pence, what about Maokai?" And Maokai in the top lane is good for competitive, but for solo queue, you know, has been nerfed, so, you know, I don't like that champion anymore. Next up, Dongchan Joe asks, "What about Renekton?" You know, there's this person named Romanium, he's pretty good. You know, he mains Renekton and goes like full AD, but he's actually stopped playing him and started playing other champions. But like, there's going to be a buff on the next patch, so he'll probably be really strong once that buff comes out. And next up, Psycho asks, "What about Garen?" So good players can actually abuse his laning phase as he's pure melee and he's very one-dimensional. I think he can shit on like low elo, but for higher elo, it goes the other way around. Alright, so that's the end of these questions. If you guys want me to answer some questions about the top lane, feel free to comment below and I'll pick some questions. But anyways, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did like this video, make sure to leave a like. And if you didn't, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I am Panzer Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time.